Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
What am I sniffing? What am I sniffing right now? It could be one of two things. I am a Vici Property shareholder, so do your imagination there. But I also smell something in the air. And Fiscal, it's not the windstorm that you're experiencing right now. It's transparency. Something you can't find with a lot of big finance channels, whether it be Jeremy LaFufu, We the Cum Shot, Tactical Shoe Shiner, or any other of these yield max channels, because they don't like to show you transparency. What they will show you is the little fraudulent paycheck they get every month from that fraudulent dividend. But what they don't want to show you is the negative 70,000 that may or may not be their money. And on the Cash Flow Kings every Sunday at 12 o'clock Eastern, we like to show you our buys, sells, and dividends every single week. And Fiscal, this was a pretty interesting week. At the beginning of the week, everybody said that it was Black Monday and we were going into the recession, not very good. And then at the end of the week, it wasn't so bad. So, I mean, it's kind of weird. But Fiscal, why don't you start us off with some of your transactions for the week?
Oh, yeah. My transactions this week were so special. As you can see, I am indeed continuing to add Amazon at these quote unquote bargain basement prices. As you can see, I mean, 160 is pretty close to as low as it. I might have gotten into the 150s, but I think there was some Schwab buffoonery happening at that time, and I wasn't able to quite catch it that low. But yeah, we added more Amazon. High Tide was on a bit of a dip. Got a little more of that. You know, I've been told that I like the falling knives method. Disney's been a little bit of a falling knife lately. Added some shares there.
Mm-hmm. They were
More High Tide, which, as you can see, the difference in the prices of those two High Tide buys, very volatile this week due to it being such a small market cap. But wait a minute, what's this? Disney fell again, so I bought more. Oh. It's almost like I'm trying to get my dollar cost average down on that stock because it's a high moat business with positive operating income in their streaming segment for the first time ever.
I mess with that.
I wouldn't mess with that. Now, here's where things get interesting. Another 100 shares of British American Tobacco got added into the portfolio. Now, I did also collect a dividend from British American Tobacco, $150.
I like.
You could say that's free money.
One could say that is free money.
Now, I did have to pay an ADR management fee of $2, which I was fine to do. I grabbed 5 more shares of Amazon as it was still in the 160s, pretty cheap.
Nice.
We added a little bit more Disney at that same kind of 86 price level. And at the end of the week, I decided to add a little bit more to Clove. I think I want to get to around 1,000 shares of Clove. It's still a very small portion, but it seems like they're rounding a sort of corner with their cash flow and their profitability. And there's a lot of retail enthusiasm behind it. I could see it getting to $3 or $4 with all of those things moving in the right direction for them. It was at 66 cents a few months ago, by the way. I had like 400 shares at the time, and it's up to $1.88. Like if I had gone heavy then, I would have had a big 3x on my hands, similar to Palantir. But
nobody likes a bragger.
Clove, I think it used to be a Wall Street Bets favorite as well, and they have a Reddit dedicated to them. Now, my reasons for being in Clove mostly have to do with the fact that the financials are actually rounding a corner. They still think in the narrative of like the shorts are the ones keeping it cheap and everything. I don't think that's the case. I just think that there were a lot of people waiting on the sidelines, waiting to see if they could actually, produce some profitability and some cash flow before they got in. And now that they're starting to show signs of that, people are getting in. Nothing to do with shorts on that one.
And that's what's that.
How are your transactions looking this week, Ryan?
Well, you know me. I love anything trans within a limit. So transactions were nothing short of what I was doing on Monday. So, I mean, my cash supply dwindled down a little faster than I'd like to admit. But I was still locked, loaded, and strapped when it came to the dip buying on Monday. I was honestly expecting a little worse when I woke up and actually saw my Schwab app after a few tries. I was expecting probably $1,000 in losses, maybe 3% around there. Wasn't that bad. I mean, I ended up pretty bad, but so what would a rational man do on Black Monday? I continued trimming out of my realty income position. I sold 2 shares of that at around $59. Honestly, that's probably around flat, maybe some gain with the dividends, nothing wild, but I've just been continuing to try to get out of that. My realty income position is in the green again. I'll say that. Put that right into SHG pretty much. I bought 1 share of SHG at $93.16. Then I put $50 into Amazon at $161. Unfortunately, that was kind of all my Black Monday buying. Then, after earnings on Wednesday, I put some money into Disney at $87.36. I put $100 into it. I'm happy with that. And lastly, I got a dividend for the week from Costco of 71 cents. So, yeah. Fiscal, I have a question before we get out of here. Buy, sell, or hold for Costco right now?
Sell.
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't own enough to where it's like, it's kind of weird. I don't own a, it's like maybe $500 or $600 worth of position. It's nothing wild. I mean,
so like maybe one.
Cash flows don't make sense. Yeah, I'm
The
getting
question
close.
I have, like, you have it. Would you be excited to buy it at today's price?
No.
Would you be excited to buy it if there was a 10% drop in the price?
I'd have to see where that would put it at. 10%.
10% really on Costco?
Let me look. Let me take a look. Costco 10% would be $85. I don't think that'd be right. I'm trying to find out where that would be. A 10% on dip on Costco. I don't know if I ever were to buy it again. Like, I'd be really excited to get it. Maybe in the 600s, 500s, but still.
So you would need like a 40% drop before you'd be interested in actually actively buying
20.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance I sell.
I mean, yeah. Whereas like with Amazon, even if it was 200 right now, if it dropped, like even if it was 200 right now and it dropped even a couple percent, I'd be like, yeah, probably still add to it, right?
Yeah.
But in Costco, it might go up more, but for what?
I know.
It's great.
It's not like I own enough where it like makes some
It's
wild.
not that they're a bad company, but I think the amount of enthusiasm they get for the growth that they're likely to achieve in the next like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, even if they grow a lot, I mean, they're not going to double or anything in the next 5 years, are they?
I wouldn't assume so. You never know.
Yeah. So like, how are you justifying paying 50 times multiple on them? And I don't know how closely their cash flow correlates to their net income or anything like that, but like, is there some metric I'm not aware of that's making this valuation make sense, or is it just pure enthusiasm for the company because people love Costco so much?
I think part of it is they have a very cult-like community when it comes to investing. Part of it is they've continued to price hike the fuck out of the memberships. Part of it is, I would say, that business model they have,
the discount model that they have,
model, recession proof. I
So,
mean, they definitely
you-
deserve to trade at a premium, but this kind of premium is still wild, you know?
Is it pricing power in the memberships? Is that like the selling point right now, or?
Yeah, pretty much. And they have a lot of room to expand when it comes to like building new stores, but they're not as saturated as other retailers.
Right, sure. Yeah, they're less saturated than Walmart, so they can get more growth that way. But how much before it's like, okay, now there's enough Costco's?
Yeah. Interesting. Hopefully you guys, though, could be a part of the journey over time as we see these plots and subplots develop, which is why you guys should subscribe right now. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow our Twitter at Cashflow Kings YT for the best posts, whether they be satire or not. Also, become a channel member today for only $2 a month, the best $2 you could possibly spend anywhere. Give us your money, inflate your ego, we like to say here on the Cashflow Kings. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, do different stocks, drugs, and of course, remember, cash flow
Flow
is
is
king.
king.